Today, we will be taking a close look at IQ and how to make the most out of her in Rainbow Six Siege in 2023. IQ is one of my favorite attackers to use. Part of the reason is the versatility that she offers. This versatility is visible in the utility IQ brings, her playstyle, and even when it comes to weapon choices. Something about IQ clicks for me, and I hope I can help you get the same feeling with this guide. This video will be split into 3 main sections: utility, playstyle, and loadout. We will timestamp each chapter so you can come back to a specific topic in the future if needed. Also, for more Rainbow Six Siege content and guides, visit my website called r6siegecenter.com and check out my ebook guide, Rainbow Six Siege Mastery. Currently, I am in the process of updating content on the website and turning them into video format, so if you want more Rainbow Six Siege content, then subscribe to my channel. Alright, let's jump into the utility section of this guide to help you use IQ effectively. IQ has a special device called Spectre. It can detect enemy gadgets within a range of 20 meters. But here's the thing, when she uses the device, she puts away her main weapon and uses her pistol instead. This makes her vulnerable in fights, but it lets her gather information in real time. What's really cool about IQ is that she can see and shoot gadgets through walls, barricades, and even floors and ceilings. Moving on to some of the applications of IQ's utility in Rainbow Six Siege match. First off, IQ is an absolute queen when it comes to gathering intel. Her scanner allows her to pinpoint the exact location of defenders' gadgets. This is crucial because it helps her team by exposing hidden tools and taking away the element of surprise. Intel is king in Rainbow Six Siege and IQ is its queen. But IQ's utility doesn't stop there. She's also great at countering certain defender abilities. Take operators like Pulse, Vigil, and Solis for example. When they're actively using their gadgets, IQ Scanner can counter them effectively. Not only that, but she can also spot defenders who are using their phones to access cameras, including operators like Maestro and Echo. Another way IQ can be a big help is by providing hard bridge support. Her electronic scanner allows her to locate and sometimes even eliminate those pesky devices that deny breaches. This is especially useful when those devices are hidden behind breakable surfaces. But that's not all. IQ can even prevent defenders from defusing a planted diffuser in certain situations, such as being vertically located versus the diffuser. It's a strategy you don't see very often, but it can be incredibly effective when done right. Now, let's talk about a couple of regrets I tend to have as an IQ player when things go south. One thing I wish I did more is scanning with Spectre, especially before important moments in the round. It might seem obvious, but taking a few seconds to use your scanner before key moments can make a big difference. It's quick and can help you prevent unnecessary deaths. Another regret I have is not covering my flanks well enough. Flanks can be a real pain in the ass for attackers. If you plan to use scanner vertically, make sure to use your drone to check the floor first. And remember, when you start disabling defenders' gadgets, they may try to catch you off guard.
The one constant in this job is risk.
Personally, I like to leave a flank drone for any dead teammate to watch, and if that's not possible, I try to make it a habit to check my flanks regularly. Lastly, let's talk about the preparation phase and switching operators. Pay close attention to the defender's operator picks. It's important because it determines how useful IQ will be during the round. If the defender's lineup isn't particularly vulnerable to your scanner, consider picking a different operator who can bring more value to your team. On the other hand, if you didn't plan to play as IQ but notice that the defenders have operators who are easily countered by her gadget, it might be a smart move to switch to IQ. And speaking about defenders that IQ counters, let's discuss her interactions with other operators in Rainbow Six Siege, starting with Synergies. IQ works really well with certain attackers. First, we have utility destroying attackers like Thatcher, Twitch, Kali Zero, Brava, and Flores. IQ's precise gadget location information makes their job so much easier. Secondly, we have Dokkaebi. When IQ uses Spectre, she can spot defenders whose phones haven't been answered after Dokkaebi activates her logic bomb. Now let's talk about operators who IQ counters. She is a hard counter to 5 specific operators. First, we have Pulse, Vigil and Solace, who show up on IQ scanner when they use their own abilities. The exciting duel between Pulse and IQ is going on since the game's release. Furthermore, we have Valkyrie and Echo gadgets that can be detected by IQ unless they are beyond a range of 20 meters. Finding Valkyrie's cameras is especially helpful on maps with large areas like Bank. Apart from these specific counters, IQ can detect a fuckton of other tools. As she likes to say,
If it runs on batteries, I'll see it.
for a full list of devices that IQ can detect, check out our written guide on our website. Now, let's talk briefly about counters to IQ, which are not many. She actually doesn't have any specific hard counter currently in Rainbow Six Siege. But she is vulnerable to flanks when she is focused on destroying enemy gadgets. And with that covered, let's shift our attention to the second major part of this guide, the playstyle and difficulty. IQ can adapt to different roles, combining aspects of an entry fragger and support operator. While IQ can support her team, she doesn't have to be as cautious as operators like Thatcher. If you focus on support, you can play more aggressively, unless your team needs you to disable important gadgets before switching to a fragger role. However, due to her speed, good weapons and non-crucial support role, IQ is often played as an entry fragger. Entry fraggers lead the attack, breaking through the initial defense lines, entering the building first, hunting down roamers early in the round, and helping the attacking team gain control. It's an exciting role that requires a good balance between decisive action and calculated risk taken. Be brave, but not reckless. The only thing IQ lacks as an entry fragger, in my opinion, is access to grenades. Nevertheless, IQ is still a formidable operator, offering versatility and excitement in every match. Keep exploring and experimenting with IQ's playstyle, finding the balance that fits your preferences and your team's needs. Now, let's talk about how challenging it is to play IQ, which I consider to be of medium difficulty. Using IQ effectively requires a certain level of skill and game knowledge. Here are 2 aspects that make playing IQ a bit more challenging. First, you need to have advanced map knowledge. To make the most of IQ's unique gadget, you should have a solid understanding of the maps in Rainbow Six Siege. Knowing the best angles, understanding player tendencies, and being aware of destructible surfaces are all important. Next, situational awareness and being focused are the key. It's crucial to know when to use your gadget and communicate important information to your team at the right moments. Mastering these aspects will take some practice, but with time and experience you will become more comfortable playing as IQ. Alright, lastly, let's take a look at the loadout I recommend for IQ, which you can see on the screen right now. I'll explain why I prefer this setup. See, IQ offers flexibility with her weapon choices, giving you options that suit different playstyles. The go-to weapon for IQ is the 552 Commando. It's known for its high damage and has the highest DPS among her arsenal. To manage its recoil, I recommend using the Flash Hider attachment and equipping the vertical grip for better control. When it comes to sight, I prefer the 1.5 scope, which strikes a good balance between long-distance magnification and close-range awareness. If you're up for trying something different, give the LMG a shot. It has a high rate of fire and reasonable damage per bullet. You can control its recoil effectively with the compensator attachment. Just keep in mind that it has a relatively low magazine size for an LMG and a longer aim down sight time. Now let's talk about the secondary weapon, IQ's P12 pistol. I recommend using a suppressor on it. This allows you to quietly take out enemy gadgets without giving away your position, especially when shooting through barricades or walls. And lastly, let's move on to the universal gadget. I prefer the Claymore. It helps prevent flanking or runouts from predictable spots, giving you an extra layer of protection. However, if your team already has enough Claymores and vertical control is important, consider using breaching charges. This alternative lets you create new lines of sight and access points from above. Remember to consider your playstyle, the map you're playing on, and your team's strategy when choosing IQ's loadout. Don't be afraid to experiment with different combinations to find what works best for you in different situations. That's all from me when it comes to playing IQ. What are your thoughts on IQ in 2023? How do you like to play her? If there are any other great ways to use her that I missed, let us know in the comments section to help fellow players improve. By following these tips, you'll be well on your way to becoming an IQ expert. Remember, teamwork and communication are crucial in Rainbow Six Siege. Good luck out there, and may your rank reflect your improvement. Stay tuned for more operator guides and other content about Rainbow Six Siege on my channel. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next one.